And now I have Dr. Upadhyay, the chairman and CEO of C. joining me. And Dr. Upadhyay, I really want to understand from you, this entire spam call menace, which seems to have reduced drastically now. How exactly did C. use artificial intelligence to bring about that revolutionary change in blocking of spam calls with international numbers and largely being able to reduce even the spoofing calls?
So I would like to say we have a platform called sancharsathi.gov.in. That is the citizen-centric customer-facing center, and behind that sits a DIP, Digital Intelligence Platform, which is connected with all the stakeholders in the system, banks, police, telecom operators, and all the stakeholders. So using the crowdsourcing of through this Sanchaar Saathi, we are able to detect these fraudulent numbers. So this platform we could disconnect together 50 million connections till now. 50 million connections have been disconnected. Then what happened then when we disconnected them in India, they went out and they started calling inside to our country by spoofing the number. So the call comes from international side, but it puts Indian number. And they were of the size of 15 million per day. 15 million per day. That's the platform we call CIOR, which was inaugurated last year by Honorable Minister. The first day itself, we could block 15 million calls because if the call is coming spoofed, we have the software which, while the call is coming in, because the calls which are real calls and the spoof call come together. So my software has to decide within 5 milliseconds, and that can happen only through a good integration of all the softwares using AI, so that we are able to drop that call. So this DIP, what we have done, has been very, very phenomenally successful in terms of curbing the cyber frauds, curbing the frauds, using deduplication software what we have, wherein we can look at the database and say the same looking guys, suppose one guy has taken 100 connections. So it will pop up these 100 photos and say this 100 photos belongs to one person. He has taken SIM in different names, different father name, different date of birth, and we are able to disconnect that. So this is again AI, because the scale of India is very large. We are dealing with 140 crore numbers, and searching into 140 crore database will take years. But if you use AI, I think you can do it much faster. So we do it in seconds. In fact, we do it in seconds. That's the kind of technology we have developed.
Right. Interesting. You mentioned Sanchar Saathi, and of course, the government did receive some flack for Sanchar Saathi, especially on social media. Do you think there is a case for the government to have been a little more transparent, a little more open, and not really making the installation of Sanchar Saathi compulsory, which of course they later withdrew?
No, I'd like to say I think it was a misplaced that it will intrude into anybody's privacy, because as you know, without even government's such intention to safeguard the citizens' interests, there are already 18 million downloads. For a government app to get these kind of downloads is not easy. Today, the sancharsathi.gov.in has 25 crore hits. I didn't know government site has these kind of hits. So citizens are also already loving it. Whether government mandates it or doesn't mandate it, slowly, the citizens are, seeing it as a powerful tool to protect their, they protect frauds. And as regards government saying, what government said, that the app could be there. When I purchase a phone, there are already hundreds of apps. Whether I use it or not use it depends on me. So by putting that app doesn't mean that you are using it. Unless until you activate any app, it doesn't get, like in iPhone, I have got hundreds of apps. I don't use them. So if I have not activated, it remains inactive.
So the question really was, sir, about the fact that citizens protecting, being watchful of their data and knowing very well, very transparently that their data with the government is safe. As C. Sir, how safe is the data of every citizen? How assured should citizens really be that their data is safe?
No, see, we have DPDT Act already. There are hefty fines. We can't play with the privacy at all. So the simple example, I'll give one example. How do we do that? Now, when we check the spoof calls, so I have to look at the number, whether this number which is coming in is a spoof number or the real number. But I should not know the number. So therefore, we use hashing algorithms. So the number doesn't come to my system. It comes a hash, a predefined hash which is known by the operator. It comes to hash. Through hash, I transport it to the operator. Operator returns me yes or no. This number is, my logic is yes or no. If it says yes, I allow the call. If it says no, I drop the call. So privacy is a most important factor, and government is very well aware of that, and that is how the act was brought by the government, and every one of us has to follow. We also follow the same thing. We don't use the direct numbers. We don't take that data. So we use hashing algorithms to deal with the database.